crit.
What's up with
But Lulu still won't hit. Even though I haven't actually put any levels in, since it's so early in the game, the levels really don't really affect this much. I would still basically be killing him in the same fashion, because the Titus and Kamari wouldn't be killing them by themselves, and Lulu would still be one hit, of course. There's only a couple ways to do these guys, so it's not like it goes on forever. And making sure to attack the non-weak one to save time, of course. Since they move forward, it means that this is the last wave. Basically, you kind of move forward so that they aren't able to come in again, I guess. But it's definitely what signifies that the fight's over. Gain a couple more levels. 9 potions to kill. And upcoming a boss fight. After we check out how Waka's doing.
The Aurochs are keeping the score tied with some excellent defense, folks. Oh, he'll feel that one in the morning.
The running
but the referee doesn't call the foul. Waka's taking a real beating out there.
What it's showing now is the second half of this match.
Huh! Still in there.
He won't last. Waka's always like that.
Ouch.
Let's go.
Once the clock hits 5 minutes, the game either ends or ties up. I didn't remember there being a save point here, so I'm gonna go ahead and save here, just in case I don't have to go through and kill all the robots again. And now to the boss fight. On another boat, which looks
Let's go.
Awfully familiar, if you remember. That just looks fun. So it's a somewhat dangerous boss fight, but at the same time, the game gives you a pretty easy way to defeat it.
Hey, we can use this.
So you get this crane here. You use the trigger commands by
It's
pushing
probably
over
out of power.
in order to do it. So what you actually have to do is use that Kamari attack him. Since he has the lightning, it is actually weak against the lightning. Normally you'd think you'd just have Lulu attack the main guy to do some damage. You actually use Thunder on the crane in order to heal it and get it to work again. You have to use Thunder a couple times, so I'm just going to go ahead and have my main character attack him. That actually was a crit. I won't actually do it. And you can't see his hit points, but the enemy actually has, I think, about 10,000 hit points, which is quite a lot compared to where we're at in the game. Over twice of what the last couple bosses have been. But this crane helps out. Helps out here. I'm pretty sure when the crane ends, it sits here and basically vibrates repeatedly, which signifies that you can actually use it. I'm glad I bought those status effect things, because this boss darkens my allies, which is not important. Okay, so now it's continuously shaking, so I can use the crane and see what it does. Kind of convenient that the enemy just leaves this operating crane that can do this right here for everyone to use. Let's hear in. What's up, Seth? deals about 5,000 or 4,500 hit points, which is significant to him. Since Kimahri is blinded, he's not likely to be able to hit. I'm going to use some eye drops here. All status effects, or most status effects, will actually cure themselves over time. I think the ones like poison won't, or stone. So yeah, the crane basically did all but just about 100 of his hit points. So using the crane is actually a lot easier to fight. You can fight it without the crane. It becomes a little bit trickier to fight, but it's still not really that hard. It can be if you're really not paying attention, or if you're not curing the blind. You'd basically just be missing every time you attack. But if you really just think about it and not
I
be
hope
stupid,
you hurt them. A little.
You'll do pretty easy, and if you're having troubles with it, just use the crane. It just takes a couple turns, and you do most of its hit points. I could have been overstating the having 10,000 hit points.
There were these Al Bhed that saved my life when I first came to Spira. They took me on their ship. They even gave me food. I was kind of hoping that this was the same ship. But it's not. I wonder if they're all gone.
What happened?
Sin came up near us. I made it out okay, but I don't know what happened to their ship.
Was there anyone called Sid on that ship?
I don't know. They were all speaking that Al Bhed language.
I see.
So who's Sid?
He's my uncle, but I've never actually met him.
Mm-hmm. Wait, so that means you're Al Bhed too, Yuna?
On my mother's side, yes. Sid is my mother's brother. He became distant after my mother married. But she told me to seek him out if I ever needed help.
You're worried he was...
Don't tell Wakka about Yuna's lineage. The thing about Wakka, he never had much love for the Al Bhed.
Whoa! I gotta tell Wakka.
I thought I told you not to tell Wakka. The game! Oh.
So you didn't pick up on that name drop. Sid is the name of a lot of characters in the Final Fantasy franchise. It's used quite often, and usually in the reference to some sort of like mechanic or more towards like the airships in the game and everything.
30 seconds
of course, there'll
left.
be
The Aurochs
more
are
used
launching an
character later on
all-out
in the game,
offensive.
and you'll see that. But figured I'd mention some Final Fantasy history. The name is often repeated. It's of course always a different character, but
It goes through.
the same name.
Oh. Oh. He shoots. Goal! Unbelievable. The Aurochs win the match 3-2.
Also, if you're unaware, of course it didn't show it because it's a storyline-based match. But if the game is actually tied, it'll keep playing new halves until someone actually finally scores and wins the game. First person to score wins the game.
He'd still be standing.
Hey, aren't
Though
you
there
being
is
just a
actually,
little unfair?
Excuse me.
They don't allow you to tie in the tournaments, but when you're just playing the regular
I know I
match,
could
you
never
can
take
actually
Chapu's
tie.
place. You're the
And
one
it
who
just
told
gives you a
Wakka
different
that,
amount of
right,
points with
Lulu?
the end leaderboard.
And I don't think Wakka would ever try to take Chapu's...
You don't want to finish that sentence.
Yeah, let's go play some Blitzball. So this is the next match you actually are able to play in it, which is kind of cool. It's the first time it allows you to play Blitzball. And ultimately it doesn't really matter how well you do. Whether or not you win or lose, you still... the story still continues. It just shows a different cutscene after the match.
The game starts in a few minutes. You sure you okay?
We're playing the Gores, too.
Grabbing the jet shot on the boat definitely helps a lot, but there's still a chance to lose. So we'll see how well the game goes. There's a lot of limitations, especially with your characters being level 1.
Are you okay?
The game becomes a lot harder.
All this because of me. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
How can you let some outbed kidnap you?
Hey, let it go, all right?
Don't go near outbed anymore, okay? They're trouble.
So I think you actually trigger by going this way. I feel like real newbie or not knowing how to trigger.
Please, don't tell.
Come on. Okay, you gotta talk to him inside. That's really dumb.
The game starts soon.
Can't really tell. I'm getting
no
getting
time
a little
for
tired
warm-ups.
tonight. It's getting quite a bit late. But
Let me at him.
Gonna finish this section.
All right.
Then head to bed.
I got something to tell you boys. After this game, I'm retiring. I promised myself this would be my last tournament. Win or lose, I'm quitting Blitzball. But you know, since we're here, we might as well win.
Yeah!
Commander bench.
Yeah, you suck.
I'm warming the bench. He's taking my place.
Oh, man.
All right, boys, let's win this one. Let's make the goers goners.
Let's blitz.
So another really cool thing about Blitzball is it allows you to hire basically free agents and make up the team however you want. But unfortunately for this first match, and another reason why it makes it harder is you have no choice in who's playing at all.
Hey, you weren't supposed
you have to
see
play with
that.
the characters that he gives you, which definitely are not the greatest. There's a big reason why they lost every match. Though ultimately, in the long run, some of them can be some of the greatest characters
if you
stick with them enough to allow them to level up, or potentially even let them out of their contracts, use up their contracts, and come back quite a bit later. Sometimes another team will pick them up for quite a while, and though you always have the chance that the team won't unsign them, and so.
This
as long
is
as they're
it,
signed to
folks.
another team, you can't.
In just a few minutes, the championship game. But who could have imagined a championship game between these two teams? Our legendary Luca Goers going against the horrendously ill-fated Besaid Aurochs.
Yeah, that guy looks familiar.
This looks like history in the making, Baba.
Oh, it's Orin. Orin shows up, you know something bad's gonna happen. I mean, so far every time he has, so you can just assume something bad's probably about to happen. Or not, maybe he just likes Blitzball. It's a possibility.